It was a quiet afternoon in late September when Michael pulled a stack of envelopes from his rusted mailbox. Most were bills, some junk, but one caught his eye. Yellowed paper, curled edges, sealed with an old-fashioned stamp. His name was written in a familiar hand, shaky but deliberate. The postmark read, 2003. Michael froze. 20 years had passed since that date. Standing on the porch, heart pounding, he thought, who would send me a letter 20 years ago, and why is it only arriving now? Michael lived most of his life believing some doors should stay closed. He built a modest life, steady job, small home, quiet routines, but beneath it lived the memory of Anna, the woman he once thought he'd marry. They had parted suddenly, not with anger, but with silence. Anna had been the opposite, warm, unpredictable, a free spirit. She vanished from his world without explanation. Friends mentioned her in passing, like she belonged to a different story. For years, Michael told himself that's how life works. But standing with that envelope, he felt the past return in a single letter. Michael placed the unopened letter on his kitchen table. He circled it like it was fragile, dangerous. Memories rushed back. Late-night cafes, whispered promises, arguments that ended in silence. What truth was sealed inside? His best friend Daniel urged him, "You've waited 20 years. Don't wait another 20 minutes." But Michael resisted. What if it changes nothing? What if it reopens everything I buried? The clash wasn't just with Daniel. It was inside himself. One side begged for closure. The other feared the pain of answers. The envelope sat like a quiet intruder, daring him to decide. That night, Michael dreamed of the summer they met. He saw himself at 24, fireworks overhead, Anna laughing beside him. He reached for her hand, but she slipped into the crowd. He woke with tears. He hadn't let himself feel that loss in years. Anna had been the first to make him believe in a bigger life. She wanted to travel, to write, to live boldly. He admired her courage, even as he feared it would take her away. When she left without explanation, the silence stung worse than anger. For 20 years, he carried that stone in his chest. Now the letter promised either release or more weight. With trembling hands, Michael broke the seal. The ink had faded, but the words were clear. Michael, if you're reading this, it means I found the courage I didn't have in person. I left because I was scared. Of love, of settling, of losing myself. But I never stopped thinking of you. If time has been kind, maybe this letter reaches you while we still have a chance. If not, then at least you'll know. I loved you. I was just too young to say it the right way. Michael's chest tightened. The letter ended abruptly, unsigned beyond her name. He sat in silence. The question burned. Was this meant to reunite us? Or was it just a confession, never meant to be read? The past weighed heavy as Michael whispered, "What do you do with love that arrives 20 years too late?" Michael didn't track Anna down. By now, she could be anywhere, living any kind of life. Instead, he folded the letter and placed it in a box with old photographs. For the first time, the silence between them felt less like abandonment and more like an unfinished chapter. Not closure, but a reminder that love, even interrupted, leaves its mark. Looking out at the fading sunset, Michael whispered to himself, "Some stories don't need an ending to be worth remembering." The letter arrived 20 years too late, yet somehow right on time. It didn't erase the years or rewrite the past, but it opened a door Michael thought was locked forever. Maybe that's the quiet truth of moments like this. Not every message is meant to change our lives. Some simply remind us we lived, we loved, and those pieces stay with us. So when the past comes knocking, the question isn't whether it's too late, it's whether we're ready to listen.